excited to be at Sabitri's.
Oh, I am too. You know, I've never been.
Have you had curry before?
Never. I
Come
don't even,
on.
I have not. I have no idea what it would taste like.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
know I think it's yellow. Isn't it?
You think of Jello whenever you
This-
think of curry?
I have no idea.
Well, this is one of my
That's a good
favorite restaurants. Sabitri used to own it. Now we have new owners.
Yes, we're here with
Right.
Sumit and Basu.
Yes, you got it.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm most welcome. It's our pleasure to have you here.
It's I'm glad this is what it's happening here with Lois and Diane is all about.
Yeah.
Showcasing wonderful restaurants and businesses in Owen Sound. So I'm excited to find out about you,
Yes.
what you serve,
Okay.
And where they're from.
and where you're from. Yes.
All sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So originally we are from Nepal. I was 13 when I moved from Nepal. And now it's been 16, almost 17 years. Yeah. We stayed in Mississauga, GTA area for about 15, 16 years. And we moved here for about a year now.
A year.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
So this is a family business, right?
It is, yes. So this is my father. He has been cooking for 17 years, give or take, in Canada.
Okay.
A bit longer back home as well, here and there. But his mainly cooking journey started here in Canada.
In Mississauga? So you
Yes.
came specifically to come and just cook and make the Canadians more aware of your cuisine and broaden our horizons.
Yes.
Right? I
Yeah,
think
something very similar, yes. That, I think you put it right on the ball.
I just wanted to ask you as well, is this is your own created menu that you have
So
here?
it's my aunt. She's been here. She had been here for about 6 years, and she had created this relationship with the community. We didn't want to take it away.
I've heard that it was an amazing menu and you just made it better.
Yes,
With-
and she was trying to take a global aspect of things. So she was doing a few different things.
Okay.
And what we are trying to do is we're trying to narrow it more down to the Nepalese cuisine and your Indian cuisines.
Oh,
And I also love the fact that if you don't like spice or if you do like spice, they can accommodate either.
Correct.
So you
Yeah,
have
so
levels.
we do have scale 1 to 10, 10 being really, really spicy for someone who enjoys
like Lois.
right, who enjoys spicy, and then 1 for someone who never really have tried curries and the spices and the
So
gravies.
introduce it to me and gradually I may get up to a 2. Lois does a 10.
So what are some of your favorites?
So the one thing I've realized by myself is I don't like just having one curry by itself. I like having multiple curries. And
Yeah,
my
tell
personal
me.
favorite is something called butter chicken, right here. That's also something we sell the most here. It is creamy, it's buttery. We also do put cashews in it, so it's a bit nutty as well. I highly recommend that curry to everybody in the world, personally.
It's so good. And if you order the platter, you also get,
The chana vegetable,
yes.
the aloo gobi, which is your cauliflower and potatoes curry, and then you get your one main curry. You
Okay.
can also get your rice, your naan bread, as well as a dessert. And even the naan bread we make here, we make it here at home as well.
Really?
Right.
Well, I know our friend Vivica, she said that one of her favorites is your butter chicken.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So that's something that I'm going to come and get.
Yes.
So if you like, what we can do is we can show you how we make naan bread. Would you like to see that?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
would love that.
Perfect. Let's go in towards the kitchen then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. So this is
That is the dough he makes every morning. And then here we have he's rolling the bread. So it's easier for him to put it on the oven.
So does that have to rise or anything, or
It does. It's just like imagine a pizza dough, right?
Yes.
So you put it, and it has to rise to an extent.
Wow. Oh, and that forms it.
Right. And
Water.
With water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is clay oven. It's a 350 degree hot.
A clay oven.
Yeah.
300, how many degrees?
350.
yeah, if you put your hand over, you can see how hot it is.
And it's on the side.
Yeah.
It's on the side. Look, Lois. Oh, he's got to close it. 350 degrees. So don't put your hand in there, Basu. Don't put your hand.
Oh my
He tries his best
God.
not to.
That's so
Pardon me?
cool. So
He
you can
tries
do a
his best
lot
not
at one
to.
time. Can you do, how many could
Yeah,
you do in there?
6 bread goes to inside one time.
Oh, okay.
Almost ready.
Oh, look at that.
I
Bread.
always wondered how you did that.
Ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wha-
perfect.
Yeah, one is hard. That's
Yeah.
why it's a boom.
And the bubbles. Oh, and then you're
then you
putting.
take
And it's
some butter.
butter.
Uh-huh.
Everything's better with butter.
It
Absolutely.
is. It is. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Why don't we take an hour to try this?
Yes.
It's also like one.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You can't do this at home.
That was so good.
It is so good. Oh, look at me taking the big piece. I will share.
No problem. It's all for you. We can make you another one if you like.
That is so good.
Thank you.
Wow, what do we have here?
Okay, so on my right, that is your lunch platter, which comes with two curries, a little bit of salad, rice. It does not come with naan bread. Okay.
Okay.
Now the curry we have is the lamb curry, and the vegetable curry we have is chana masala, which is a chickpea curry. Okay. Now on to my left, this is a dinner platter. This comes with 3 curries, rice, naan bread, as also a dessert. Okay. Here we have a butter chicken, which is really creamy and sweet. On here we have your chana masala, the chickpea curry,
That's why
and on the right it is aloo gobi, cauliflower, and potato curry. Would you
Wow.
like to try some and let me know how
I would
you
love
like
to
them?
try, but
Okay.
tell me what the dessert is.
That is gulab jamun. It's really sweet. It looks like timid. It is soaked in sweet syrup. Okay. We'll leave that for the end. Why don't you take a
Yes.
piece of naan bread and dip it in that creamy, buttery butter chicken
Butter
sauce?
chicken.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to cut
Here.
that or
Let's just split it.
let's break bread?
Right on. There
Thank
you.
you.
Go.
Thank you. And just dip it in there.
Correct. Just dip
And
it in
this is
there.
curry.
That is your butter chicken curry. Correct.
What level, spice level do we have?
That we have at 1, just because we didn't want to surprise her.
So good.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Thank you.
Oh
Isn't that
my.
amazing?
I could probably go to a 2.
With the butter chicken, 100%. With the butter chicken, 100%.
Okay.
That
so
is so
this
good.
one is, what kind of curry is this?
That is the lamb curry. Please do try it. Should be a bit more spicier compared to the butter chicken.
Okay.
You can try it with the naan bread or
Bit more
the rice.
meaning
Spicy?
a 2 or a 3 or
Maybe 2 or 3 compared to butter chicken. Correct.
Yeah.
It is spicier.
it is, but it's delicious.
Yeah. So,
Moving on up.
And you can tell there's difference between the curry.
Yes,
taste
Yes,
as
there's
well.
a different
So,
content of
so now going back to this, it's buttery, creamy,
That is really
a little bit of
creamy.
sweetness to it.
Yes, it
And then
does.
there, that is made with a tomato and onion base. So
Right.
there's
And cumin,
almost
maybe?
some spices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very
Wow.
Please do
Wow.
try the cauliflower potatoes.
This
and so-
one?
Yes. Yeah. So perfect.
I love cauliflower anyway.
I think in vegetable, this is probably
I'm
my
having trouble.
favorite.
good. I love
Curry.
that. Oh. Isn't that good?
Well, marry me.
And then, and now we
Wow.
can move to the chickpea curry. It should be soft and tender
Is this
as
the
well.
same?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the same.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
So even though they do look same in color, would you say they taste?
Very different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Now my mouth is hot because I'm not used to it, right?
Correct. Now we have dessert for
This
that.
way.
Right.
Are you?
No, it's all yours.
It's all mine.
It's all yours.
Well, it's like a little Timbit.
Isn't it?
A beaver bit.
Yes.
A beaver bit. Yeah. Oh, look at that. And it's really sweet.
It's really sweet.
I like that. It's very moist. It really
is.
captures all the
sauce in
syrup,
it?
the sauce that you
Yes,
put in
it's
there.
been soaked there for probably weeks.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, as soon as it comes out, we'll just dump it in the syrup and just
Really?
Yes, and just let it sit there.
So you make the little ball.
Right. And we
then
deep fry it.
And you deep fry it.
Correct. And we take it out and just put it in the syrup.
And the syrup it's a very different flavored syrup, or unless it's the heat in my mouth. But it's not like a maple syrup. It's not all that
No,
sweet.
No, it's not.
No.
It's like a rosemary,
Yes.
sweet syrup. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, now it can, that took the heat out of my mouth.
Right.
But it's also, really, really good.
So what are those called?
They are called gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun.
Yes, you got it? You got it.
Yes.
So if we were to order lunch or dinner, what's the best way to reach you?
Okay, so the best way to reach us is just give us a call. You can just Google our number, and our website is there as well for your menus. You can also look into your menu from there. We also do lunch from 11 a.m. till 4 p.m., which is this right here. And then we have our dinner, which is on the left, and we can do that throughout the day. If you like, we also do separate curries by itself as well.
Oh, so do you do takeout?
We do lots of takeout, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And your website is?
It is sabitris.com. If you were to just Google Sabitri's Global Cuisine, it should pop up on Google
And
as
the
well.
phone numbers and everything, and you said the menu. and-
Correct. Everything is online, yes.
Wow.
We also have Skip if you cannot drive or for whatever reason.
Okay.
And you can just go on Skip, order from there. They will deliver the food to your house.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
This has been amazing.
It's been our pleasure.
It's been our pleasure for having you and trying all these different curries.
You're such kind gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
And
loving
good
it.
cooks.
And I'm hooked. I really am. I am. Not a 10 yet, but I am hooked.
But we are? Okay, awesome. So next time we'll try 3, maybe 4 out of 10.
Okay. With milk on the
With milk
side.
on the side.
Perfect. Thank you again so
Ah,
much.
you're most welcome.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Johnny wanted to go back home. It was 1,000 kilometers away. They forced him to go to the Indian residential school. More than 150,000 of us children had to go. They wanted to change us.
Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name.
Hallowed be your name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
Kill the Indian and the child.
Come here.
It's been called cultural genocide. I survived residential school. My brother Johnny did not.
Chani Wenjack was one of thousands of children who died due to Canada's residential school system. More than 80,000 survivors and their families still live with its legacy today.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
Welcome back to It's Happening Here with Lois and Diane.
And we're so fortunate to be here at Bombshell Stellas, and we're here with Heather Morris, who is the owner of Bombshell Stellas. And I can't get over your view, the singing seagulls.
We're being serenaded as
Being
we speak.
serenaded as
Yes.
we speak.
Yes.
So thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Now, Heather, we've been friends for quite a while, and you've moved locations
A couple times.
a couple times. I think this is by far the
The
best.
most beautiful.
Right?
The most spectacular view, absolutely. I mean, we're a waterfront community, and this is the only waterfront patio where you can actually sit down, have some food, have a drink. So
Yes.
it's definitely
So tell
a
us-
good spot.
Tell the viewers how they get here.
So we are located, it's 1455 First Avenue West. It's formerly the West Side Boat Launch. It's been rebranded to be called The Launch. So any tags in social media, that's what you'll see in any of my posts. It's just past the Rexall doctor's office, so it's an easy kind of landmark across from Service Canada, right across from their entranceway. That's
And
how
you've
you
got
get in
some
here.
flags set up, I noticed.
There are some
driving
flags
in,
on the road. There's some blue flags that have food and drinks. You could also follow the Serenade of Seagulls. They
Yes.
will perhaps lead you here. But it's kind of one of those spots where it's a little bit out of the way, and if you know, you know, which kind of makes it a bit special too.
Well, not the hikers. People alone just walk along this just to get to Kelso Beach.
And dog walkers for sure. And
Yes.
obviously, that's a soft spot for me. So.
Yes.
The whole truck's named after my dog Stella.
That's right.
That's what that means.
Yes,
So-
tell us that story, which is great.
So when I got Stellas, she was a pretty spectacular pup. So when I wanted to come up with a business name for this one, it kind of made sense to name it after her. So that's what we did. So there's always dog biscuits on board and treats available for any of the pups that come by. So
nice.
that's certainly a soft spot for all of us in the truck too. And it's not unusual if someone's gone missing, they're out petting a puppy somewhere.
I wanted to mention the docking because even the boaters, if they're out and they're just doing like a friendly sail or just
Kayakers.
Yeah. Oh no, the boats have it figured out. They will text us their order and they come down from the marina. They don't even necessarily get off the boat, and we will deliver it on the docks right to them.
Wow.
So they're figuring this out pretty quick to be down here.
How lucky is that?
Yes.
That is amazing. And you've got the food signs and ice cream and drinks out there as well, so people can see them. That is amazing.
And it's pretty neat. Georgian College does a lot of their programming from here too. So a lot of their marine components, when they have to get into the water, they've had a lot of their students and teachers and stuff here as well, which has been pretty neat for us to kind of watch some of that stuff. The fire department does a lot of their training, and obviously because of our partnership, they'll kind of give us a shout out or a wave from the water, which is always pretty cool. I think we're all kind of big kids at heart when that happens, so that's pretty neat to see. So that's always a good time for us.
You're a huge supporter of our emergency services.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously the truck is kind of branded accordingly. My partner at the time when I started the business was 30 years in the military, so for me that was definitely a soft spot. I think the whole food premise came to be because there was always folks around our table breaking bread and talking. And I think my background before this was disability management. I specialized in first responders. So having those conversations, it was much easier to have them to be disarmed when food was involved. So going into a food truck was a natural way to incorporate those conversations, which I think need to happen. These are folks that sacrifice themselves, their families, their friends, their personal time so that we can choose to make all of the decisions that we want in our lives. So for me, it just made sense to figure out how to take that to the next level and see if I could do a business sense out of that. So
I can feel your heart as you're explaining that. That's very dear to you.
We do, I mean, there's a couple posters on the window. So we do 2 big charity rides a year. They're motorcycle rides. And they're out of Fox Harley. Without their help and support, absolutely, it wouldn't be possible to do any of this. So there's one in the middle of July, one middle of September. And in that, we raise all of that money to stay in the community. It supports vets and first responders. So the first kind of 18 months where folks release from service, especially when they're suffering with PTSD and specifically, there's not a lot of help. So we keep that readily available as cash. We work through a few organizations locally so that if someone's really struggling and they haven't had their benefits activated yet, that there is a pool of cash available to them to help with those urgent needs. It could be groceries, it could be a phone bill, it could be rent. It's the stuff that's not typically covered. And when you overlay the statistics, you know, from my disability management past, when folks are making certain life choices that are perhaps not very positive, that's where they need help, and those are the things that they need help with, and that's where the gap was. So for us, that was a no-brainer to help fill that gap, and that's what we raise that money for, and we keep that available for those people. I help raise the money. I never know who gets it. There's certainly that anonymity that's protected, and those folks receive what they need, and all of that's taken care of. So
I didn't know this information, and I actually had someone call me not too long ago and ask me if I knew if there was some organization that helped maybe vets that have moved into the area and needed assistance. So I would love to speak to you about that and maybe have that on my website. I would love that.
There's a big component of that, and I'm only half of that puzzle. Michael Terry is the other half. He's a 23-year military veteran. So right now, I think he's partway back through Quebec. So while I do these rides locally and kind of be the cheerleader and boots on the ground here, if you would, he's got a national campaign as well. So he will depart from here. He rode his motorcycle all the way to the East Coast, you know, put one tire in the ocean, and he's making his way back through. So July 16th, we intersect back here. We do this big charity ride together, and then he carries on westward. He's going all the way to Tuktoyaktuk this year.
Oh my
and
goodness.
all of his messaging is about PTSD, about mental health issues with our vets and first responders community, and what we can do to break down that stigma, and what we
you
can
support
do.
that.
Absolutely, wholeheartedly with him. I met him when I was living on base Borden. He was actually my photography instructor, and listening to him speak about all this, it was just sort of like, yep, that's it. That's what I see, and this is how we can kind of marry all of this stuff together. So it was an absolute no-brainer to kind of marry motorcycles and that kind of veteran first responder support. So I think for me, that's the most important part of this whole business. I absolutely love doing that work, and my team are fantastic. They support it. They share that same vision and passion too. So that's super important for anyone that works with me. They have to kind of be in alignment with that sort of view as well.
And I love the menu names. Tell me more about how you came up with these names.
So a lot of the menu names are actually tributes to first responders that have either been in my life or were very influential kind of in my life and my friends or family's lives.
Right.
The Weapon Burger, for instance, was named after my fire chief when I first opened up in Shelburne. He was a spectacular human being, just an amazing community-oriented person. They are absolutely giant, and it had to be that way just to properly tribute to Terry. Sergeant Stallion is another one with very local connections. Paul Materik was a firefighter that we had in Owen Sound, who unfortunately we lost last winter. Very, very young, very, very incredibly community-minded person, did a lot of work with the toy drive, was former military and went fire. So again, hugely involved in our community. So we kind of got together with his brothers at the hall and kind of tried to figure out what made sense and how we could tribute him. And without question, they said brisket. They wanted all the meat. The next part of that connection was a no-brainer, and I worked with Amici's, which is a restaurant out of Meaford, and he does the most fantastic smoked meats. So he did our brisket up for us. He's now doing my pulled pork.
So what are some of the very popular items that you have?
Honestly, it's a pretty even distribution when we look at the numbers. Our burgers are probably one of the #1 seller. They're homemade, they're pretty giant, they come out the size of your face, so they're definitely those ones that give that look right there. That's what we want to see when people get them. So those ones come out for sure. And then the stuffed grilled cheeses, all those toppings are interchangeable. We stuff them into grilled cheeses or we load them on top of poutine. So that brisket one we talked about, the Sergeant Stallion, Lucky Lucy is the pulled pork one. I think last week alone we went through about 45 or 50 kilograms of pulled pork just to top all those poutines. So.
And all your fries are homemade.
Absolutely. I'm not sure. They haven't been cutting in the background, but you almost heard them.
I can hear something.
Yeah, you could hear them cutting in the background.
So how many potatoes would you go through on a busy day?
On the busiest day we've had this year, we cut 1,000, and I think we had 150 in the fridge to start. So we were about 1,150 pounds of potatoes that day.
Wow.
So it's a little over half a skid.
Holy cow. Wow. So do you want to order?
Sure. What do you suggest?
I think I would do a burger and that brisket one. Try that one and see.
Sure.
Okay. That would be great.
Perfect.
Thank you. So I can't wait.
Diane, have a bar here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, let's go get a drink.
Let's go get a drink. Yeah.
Hello, Tim.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, welcome to the Harborfront Bar at the launch.
This is new.
This is new.
It is.
So tell us about your bar and tell us about you.
Well, the bar here is really, it's, who doesn't want a nice place to drink along the harbor and sit down, have a beer, have a margarita, a frosé, lots of really cool craft drinks. And yeah, it's just a really, really nice addition to the launch.
Do you serve wine?
We do. We do.
White wine?
We have white wine.
I'll have a glass of white wine.
Yeah.
And I'll have a mimosa.
A mimosa again. All right.
I will.
The great thing about the launch is it's 3 businesses that come together to create, dinner with Bombshells, drinks with the Harborfront Bar, and dessert with Sunday's ice cream. So the 3 work together to make a perfect night out.
Well, all the best to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We'll have a seat, and do you bring the wine over?
I can bring some drinks over to you, or I can hand them out the window.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. It was great. We want to get that word out. So there's Bombshell, Stellas, there's the Harbor Bar. So thank you.
Yes.
It's great. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
And
for
the ice
talking.
cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday's ice cream.
Sunday's
Thanks for
ice
speaking
cream.
with
Not
me.
just for Sunday, any day.
Any day of the week.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Look at the size of this.
It's the size of your face.
It is. It is. Holy cow.
There's something sweet in here.
There is. It's an apple butter mesquite barbecue sauce. On top of that, the brisket. It's a Texas smoked brisket that Amici's from Meaford does for me.
Okay.
And then that's on top of our signature poutine.
So just pull one out. You'll taste it. The sweet. Right?
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Now, when I was talking to Heather earlier, she was saying that her mother is French.
Yes.
And if she messed up on poutine, she'd be in trouble.
I would be in very much trouble, yes. So there's proper cheese curds, proper poutine gravy, and hand-cut
Brisket
fries.
is amazing.
Right? Daryl's pretty fantastic what he does with that.
Wow.
It's to the point where we've been able to sell so much of it that he, as a business, has had to buy 2 more smokers to keep up with it because we're ordering so much that we filled his whole smoker every day of the week. So it's pretty awesome when you can help support another business to the point when they can grow that much too.
He must love you.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
It is.
Yes,
And
I love
he'll be here at bike night, and he'll probably have more stuff stuffed in his side bags on his bike to bring for me tonight too. And our feature tonight, he did a 9-hour smoke on some ribs. So we're doing rib sandwich and a rib poutine for a feature tonight too.
Oh my gosh! Until you run out, like.
So, what is bike night?
So we decided that there was nothing really close in this area. So we picked Wednesdays, kind of made sense in around everybody else's sort of classic car night, bike night. So for us, it was bikes. That's obviously what my charity stuff kind of centers around. So the last couple weeks, we've had anywhere from like 80 to 100 bikers will show up, and then folks will come out to see the bikes and kind of a show and shine sort of thing. A lot of them are my veterans. There's a veteran motorcycle club. There's all sorts of clubs that get represented, and they all come out to kind of support the same cause. We've got some awesome door prizes that Fox Harley has graciously sponsored us. So they'll be here to drop off some stuff shortly, I would imagine. And then we never know what we're raffling off, but everybody gets a ticket when they come, and we have some silly prizes and some awesome prizes and all sorts of things in between. So
And bike night is motorcycles.
bike night is all motorcycles.
It's all
yeah.
motorcycles.
Yeah,
I'm
so
looking at these 2-wheelers over here and thinking, oh, they've arrived.
well, it could be.
Who knows?
Whatever bike you want to ride.
Whatever bike you want to ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bring
I have a trike.
Your unicycle.
Yeah.
This is so yummy, Heather.
It is. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So we wanted to know, there's a website?
There is, yeah. It's bombshellstellas.ca, and it's under Bombshell Stellas on both Instagram and Facebook. So you can find us there. Our hours are posted. We're Wednesday to Sunday, and we're 12 to 9.
Oh.
So we're open sort of lunch and dinner rush, and then sort of some evening sunsets that you can catch over the water.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice. Mhm.
Now, you had mentioned that boaters actually can phone in.
Yep.
So there's a phone number on your website. So they
Yeah,
can do
it's
that
all
as well.
through my social media. You can find all the links on there. They can
That's
catch
amazing.
me. Mhm.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for having us and this
Absolutely.
wonderful food.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to call my husband and say, come for dinner.
It's already
Or
here.
dessert. Thank you.
Thanks.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
Hi, am Carol Merton, host of HealthLink. Health